You stand up in prayer and do the pledge. This is the April 20th regular meeting of the Eastland City Commission. I've asked Michael J. to lead us in the prayer, and Savannah will lead us in the pledge. Michael J.
Thank you. Father God, in the name of the Almighty Jesus, we are here tonight with a heart of blessing, and we ask that this community be blessed, that it be prospered, each and every member of our community be prospered in good health and prosperity in their living. And Father, just look down on this great city and bless us to make the right decisions for this city, and that we move forward with an open heart, that we do everything possible we can for everybody to live with abundance of grace. We ask these things in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one indivisible.
Thank you very much. We've got a list for public comment. I realize we've got several people from the public here. If you're here to talk about something not on the agenda and you want to speak, you need to fill something out, but we do have time on the agenda to take care of that. The first thing I want to do, Terry Simmons, hop right up here, sir. Terry Simmons has been here with the city and been our guy to take care of problems and situations in the city. Always a popular guy. When he shows up, he's going to make somebody mad. Thank you for your 15 years. This is from the commission.
All right,
Thank you, sir. You have the packets for the March 16th, March 27th, and April 6th meetings. We'll entertain a motion to approve those 3 minutes.
I move we approve the minutes of three mentioned meetings.
I second that.
Got a motion from Richard, a second from Michael J. to approve the minutes for the March 16th, March 27th, and April 6th meetings. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. You have the financial packet. Thank you, Lindsay. Look at that. Anybody have any questions or thoughts? And if you look at it and have questions later, Lindsay's always available to answer this question.
Can you remind me the percentage of our sales tax that goes to economic development?
What's that?
Just a reminder of the percentage that goes to economic development.
It's a third of.
A third of
Yeah.
what we see here and the totals.
Yes.
Which is 0.5%. Half goes to the hospital, half goes to the economic development, and 1% goes to us. Is how that all breaks down.
Didn't remember any
Yeah.
of the percentage.
Okay. Any other questions about the financial packet?
Mayor, may I ask, make sure everybody signs
Yeah.
in, so we can have a record of your attendance, please? If you haven't already.
Okay. Next thing is a presentation from Terry Slavens for the economic development, the update of what's going on in EEDI. Terry?
Yeah, I just want to take a few minutes. It won't be very long, just to update you. I think it's important for you all to know what's going on with the EEDI. Placer Waterworks building is nearing completion out behind US Sand and Gravel. I talked with them today. They're waiting on some doors for that. That's building number 1 of 6 that they'll be building out there. We have 3 other manufacturers that I can't disclose, but that are seriously looking at Eastland, which would bring more jobs, more property taxes, stuff like that. On the retail side, which is not what I do, but I get lots of questions about it. If you heard rumors, there are some things coming possibly, and there's some things that aren't true. But I do want to thank the commission and Savannah and the city staff. They've been excellent to work with. You all been great to work with. Nicholas has had a lot going on, and good things are happening in Eastland. So stay tuned.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good work. Nicholas, good to have you here. Item number 7, public hearing regarding determining whether or not the building or structures on the following properties meet the minimum standards for buildings and structures in the city of Eastland. I will open this public hearing at 6:05. And I don't know what everybody is here for. How many of you are here to talk about properties that might be on this list? Anybody? Okay. I don't know what properties. Tell me if anybody here for 1405 West Commerce. Okay, you get to go first. You have 5 minutes.
Can we let Tim start? Sorry, can we let Tim start on his endeavor of this and then do this?
Okay, if that's the better way to do it, that's fine. I'm going to let people hear their comments and then Tim can, we'll do it both ways. Do your opening deal and you'll start at 14. I'll go down this list, how they're here. There's no rhyme or reason. I don't think that's how they're on it. I think that's a fair way to do it. Tim is our chief of police and he is now in charge of code enforcement and that's why he's involved in this deal. So, Chief Pitts.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody here at Commission. I'd also like to thank Terry for his service. It takes a lot working for the city and getting things done. So I know there's a lot to that. So we appreciate you, Terry. April 1st, code enforcement was moved under the police department. That's where it is now. That's where it's going to stay. Having said that, I'd like to introduce you to Brent. This is Brent Berry. Brent Berry is a retired state trooper. Brent's the guy I put in charge of that. Brent's got 30 years of experience. Brent loves working with people. He's good with people. He gets along with everybody, but he's also very thorough and does his job, and that's why I wanted him in that position. I think he's going to do a great job. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little background. The PD took it over as of April 1st. So code enforcement will now not be through City Hall, it will be through the police department. And with that, we'll wait until you're ready for us. Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask a quick question? He will be officed here though, right?
Yes, we've officed him here. We don't have room for him at the PD and all the files are here, so it's going to be
So
easier
if
to
someone
keep him
tries
here
to
at the
call him,
PD.
they'll actually call City Hall?
Or they can call the police department and we'll get a hold of him however they want to do that.
Just thought I'd ask.
He brought my packet to me.
What your code enforcement is a deal in the call tree. What number is he on the call tree?
I'd have to remind myself. I don't
Okay,
know.
that's fine. We have code enforcement that have a line on the call tree.
Yes, sir.
If you call here, you get through those wonderful things. Once you know that, the second time you call, you can put it in and get to it. And we will now start with, when you do this, please identify yourself so we'll know who you are. At 1405 West Commerce.
Yes,
Go ahead.
my name is Albert Moisa, and we bought the building at 1405. Our plans right now are to renovate it. We got a permit to do the roof, and then we're going to slowly try to just renovate the building. We don't know which direction we're going to be going in, or what we're going to do with it, but we do plan on making it a better building and fixing it up.
When did you purchase the project?
About 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago.
Okay. All right. Is that all?
That's
Yeah,
it.
okay, thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. 1504 West Main. Nobody's claiming that one. 406 North Ammerman. 516 East Commerce. Yes, sir.
Sir, he asked me to come here to help him talk, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to help him. To what kind of questions he has.
Okay.
What's up? Get to him. Oh, there's somebody needs to be turned down, that building, or there's a house in there that needs to be turned down.
Yeah. You're gonna tear it down?
That's why he got the ladder and he said that it needs to be
Yeah.
torn down.
It needs to be torn down.
That's what the ladder said.
Okay. We good with that?
That's good. He said he wanted to renovate it.
They are going to abate it? They're gonna take care of it?
Yes.
Renovate.
He
You
wants
say
to.
renovate or?
He wants to renovate that one, but that
You're gonna renovate that house?
but that property is also in a flood zone.
Oh,
A floodway. Floodway.
and that's,
Which one is that?
I looked at that, it's 516 East Commerce,
Number 4.
yeah, number 4. And you think you can renovate that? Can that be renovated Tony?
fixing to bring up.
He's our code and, our planning and zoning guy.
So with that property, it's currently in a floodway. In a floodway, there are rules about what you can and can't do to a structure in there. And the main word that plays into this is substantial improvement. Substantial improvement to a structure means it's an improvement that's going to be more than 50% of the value of the structure. And with this structure is as far gone as it is, as damaged as it is through weather and just time, the amount it would take to renovate that building in our eyes is more than the definition of a substantial improvement. Because there was another structure there that the city, that was on a city lot, that we actually took down because it was in bad shape as well.
Yeah, that's why we had property right next to that, right?
Yes.
Sir.
Yeah.
And so, and this structure is, in all sense of the word, I believe, more than 50% dilapidated.
Jose Melendez.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess, how long have you owned this property?
About 20 years.
20 years? What are you waiting for?
It gets better. It gets better.
Well, I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, this property is in terrible shape and has been for a long, long time. And that's our concern, is nothing's been done. So,
oh, he said he's got more properties, is why he hasn't done nothing with that one.
okay. Anything else?
He must have done.
Any questions from the commissioners?
Do you have a schedule? Do you have a time plan? Can you tell us, because it's been so long, it's been pointed out, 20 years. Do you have a plan that you could share with us as to when you would start?
¿Tienes un plan para que les digas a ellos cuándo puedes empezar? No, he said not yet. He's got to talk to some people who's going to help him.
Okay. So currently nothing in place.
I just want to reiterate that the city wouldn't approve any permits for this because of the FEMA rules and our own floodplain mitigation rules that do not allow for repair of a substantially damaged structure.
So that's not an option,
No, ma'am.
is that right?
Not to our ordinances, no, ma'am.
Que no puede ser nada.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. 612 South Seaman. No one. 206 East Burkett Boulevard.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what you got?
I'm Nathan Davis. I talked to Terry a while back. I got a contract company going in there, looking at the other bids, rebuilding it.
Well, again, we'll go back to the question we just asked about what's your plan? How long have you owned this property?
I've owned this property since for 10 years. So it burned down in 24, had a fire in the laundry room.
Right.
But they're gonna go in, redo the roof, redo the interior, which is.
And you have a plan of attack for that?
Yep.
Can you give us a time frame that you're thinking of?
I mean, my time frame, I'm not sure. I got a company coming in doing it. Should be done within. I hope it'll take.
Are you working on it now? Is it happening now?
Yeah, I was hoping to get the paperwork for permits today, but.
I will tell you that I have been contacted by a contractor on his behalf, finding out what permits they needed to obtain as far as to begin repairs.
And if you'll notice on the slides that they're pulling up, it's got staff recommendation below, so when we get to that point, you can see what staff is recommending in the red at the bottom of the slide.
Okay. So it's going to tell you which I'm going to recommend first?
Whenever they get to the part, this is just a public hearing, whenever they get to the part to make the
We'll
order.
go through all these again for us making decisions, so you'll see this again.
Is that the White House we're looking at? Is
I think that's the same house. Yes, both of those are the
Yes,
same
sir.
house.
Yeah.
But just two different pictures of the same house.
I got another question. Can I get the paperwork for the permits today, or do I need to come back to today?
I'll get you the permits here before you leave.
I think.
Just
Okay. 203 South Conley.
Yes, so my name is Diego Vasquez. I'm here to speak on my dad's behalf. His name is Anselmo Vasquez. So he purchased the house around 2020, which is about 6 years ago, and we used the money that we had saved up to buy the house. Then we waited a couple years to start construction, maybe 2 years ago. We started renovations, and there was a whole deal with the water. I'm sure that's on record. We spoke to some people here with the water. There was some problems with the main and stuff like that. We pulled the permits for the plumbing, so the plumbing is all finished up. And so the house was supposed to be done 2 years ago because my dad hired a contractor, basically paid him a full amount to go and do the full renovation. Basically, it's supposed to be turnkey. But we live in Fort Worth, and we had him out here working for us, and we didn't realize that there was a lot of things that were going on that they were supposed to be getting done, but they weren't getting done. And it turned out to just not work out with that person that we hired.
You paid him first?
We paid him half. We paid him half of the money. The other half was supposed to be when the job was completed. Yeah. Yes. And the part, the house was a fire, fire damage.
Yeah.
That's what was on the house. Most of that stuff has already been ripped out. We have new new framing in there for most of those parts that were in danger of collapse, because the fire was on one side of the house.
But y'all do want to restore the house and fix it up?
Yeah, we do. We have plans to this year have it finished up.
Okay.
We don't have an exact timeline on paper, but we do. We do plan on moving forward with it. We wouldn't like it to be torn down. Those pictures are pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony's got a comment. Let's let Tony make his comment. It's going to be pertinent to what y'all are trying to do, I think. Tony?
Yes, sir. So a quick history with this property. When we were first made aware that they were working on the property, somebody that was there working on it had activated water there, and we didn't have anything through our office. We found out because there was a leak with how they connected to the meter that was there. It was running down the street, so utilities called us, and Terry and I went out there. Permit was pulled for the plumbing on it, and they were making headway on the property, repairing it. I have not done a final plumbing inspection on that. I have not got called for that. We got up to the top out, and that's where it was ended at the time. With this structure, and you can see at the bottom, we're not wanting this thing torn down, but we do want it to get sealed up. There's that north wall that hasn't been completed, and so I think there are steps that can be taken to get this into compliance without a whole lot of hassle compared to some that we're talking about today. And I think we just need to get a timeline and a time frame set up for them to at least seal up that one wall, make it weather tight, and then I think we could then hopefully work with them to keep the project moving along and not just becoming stagnant and starting to go backwards.
Okay.
Thank you. And our priority before the notice of demolition was to get everything covered and sealed with the siding and all that. Now our priority for us was to make sure that at least minimum compliance, so that there is no order of demolition, because moving forward with the money, we are going to try to put more priority into this, but sometimes we're living in Fort Worth, we have other priorities, but we would just like some more time to be able to get the house restored.
Isn't this the property that we not sure that it's really? Thank you, Chief Pitt.
I went and looked at this property with Officer Berry, and I've asked them to do a little more investigation on it. One of the issues with this property is they've been sending letters and stuff, and nobody's been contacting them back. So you have to stay in contact with these people that are trying to help you on this. But I would like to do a little more looking into it. So you might speak with Officer Berry when this is done. But when they send the letters or they contact you, that's why it's important to contact them back. But I've already asked them to do a little more investigation on this property before we do anything with it, other than make sure it gets fixed up. So I think you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And I think that's all.
Feel good?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being here. 507 South Conley. 301 East Wilson. Okay, any other comments from the public hearing? Anybody else? Going once, going twice, sold. We're at 6:20. Close the public hearing at 6:20. Item number 8 on our agenda is to Board of City Commissioners discuss and take action on the following agenda items. Number 1 is to discuss a consideration regarding taking action on the cases from the public hearing of which we just heard. So we will now do that, and we will start with 1405 West Commerce.
All right. This structure, as he mentioned, he has been in contact with the office here recently. He had a permit that he purchased back in December. We did not know that. We didn't find it in the system, and he didn't post it on the doors at the building. So we put a stop order on it last week because they were doing roof structures. He's brought the permit in. I've seen the permit, and I told him he needs to post that on the doors. But what I'd written down, we first started working this structure in April of 25 when during a storm the roof blew off. The building has been vacant since 2003, and that's when Terry and Albert Moisa purchased it. They've been slow, but they have done some repairs, and now they're trying to get it up to standards. I don't know, he really couldn't tell me what his future plans are. He just wants to try to get it up to standard. He doesn't want it demolished or anything like that, and that's why I put up here to repair and bring the structure up to minimum standards on it.
Okay. I'm personally fine with that. I don't know, and the rest of the commission, all I'll say is we need a timeline. We need to know that something's going to be done in a timely fashion. I know this property, probably before you bought it, was a great place for people to break into, to get into, and do all kinds of mischief. And one of our biggest concerns is the safety of our public, especially children. I think that's funny to go break into that. Teenagers need something to do. And that's what I think part of the problem was back then. We had some, I know, homeless people living in it and that kind of stuff. So all I would say is we need a commitment that you've got a timeline. That's what you're going to do to get it safe, get it up to standard, not to occupy it, not anything like that, but to get it to standard so we can know that our people are safe.
Yes, sir.
I've got a piece of paper in the office. It is a abatement timeline to where he can sign it, and we can all understand. It gives him a timeline. He signs it, and then he gets it notarized, and then he brings it back to our office so that we can keep him in check that we need this done by this time. So if he wants to meet with me afterwards, I can get him that paperwork.
And we already got roofing material on top of the roof to make the repairs.
I understand there's roofing material up there. I've been told that by the lady across the street that cuts my hair. But she ended up with most of your shingles in her property. They couldn't even get in their building. They blew them all against the front door and they couldn't get in when all that happened. So
yes,
we understand. That's the deal about this whole thing. So if we're good with that, I don't know how we can go about. Do you live here in Eastland?
No, sir.
I would really like to make it easy for people that don't live here, that we take care of whatever business we can take care of, and get that done for him.
Yes,
Is Roma the only notary we have? Do we have another notary?
Not here right now.
Not here. Lindsay's not a notary?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Well, if we can do that and we can take care of that for anybody here that can make that happen, and we can get a commitment tonight, let's do it and get it done. Is that good?
Yes,
Mr. Mayor. Also, with the orders that we have in the paperwork, I believe it also gives an amount of time that we can give them towards the order to repair, being 30, 60, or 90 days. Something we can do with this order to repair is give them 90 days to work towards it, with the understanding that hopefully we can get the roof done within those 90 days, and then he can stay in touch with Officer Berry moving forward with plans, and so everybody's on the same page. Yeah, secure the windows at the same time too, so there's no unauthorized access to the structure.
We good? Very good. What I have here in my hand is an order to abate, and to make this happen and talk about this, it's got to secure the building, repair the building, remove the building, vacate the building, relocate any occupants, or to demolish the building and do it in a time frame. I'm assuming we're going to put on here 90 days and secure the building.
Secure and repair.
Secure
and
and
repair.
repair
The roof and secure the windows.
Well, okay, repair the building, secure the building, we're all agreed. We're not gonna remove, we're not gonna vacate, we're not gonna demolish, it's already vacated, we solved that one already. Alright. We good, everybody good with that? We can take care of that when we get everybody done, y'all can go in the back and take care of that, does that work for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Alright, that one's done.
You gotta make a motion.
Oh, thank you, we need to vote. I'll entertain a motion for us to the property at 1405 West Commerce for the commission to approve securing and repairing the building and to allow 90 days for that to happen.
I so moved.
Got a motion from Richard,
Second.
second from Shirley to approve this property at 1405 West Commerce and for 90 days to secure and repair the building. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 1405 West Commerce. 1405 West Commerce, that's a little bit, okay. What's the,
1504.
huh?
1504.
What did I say?
1405.
I'm glad y'all paying attention, that's good. 1504 West Commerce.
West Main.
West, golly. I got way too many deals going on here. 1504 West Main. I know what the property is, believe it or not.
Yeah.
These are little
Used to
rock,
be a motel.
they call it a rock hotel, I guess is what it was at one time. Huh?
Tourist court.
Tourist court. Was it ever a tourist court?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Used to have a sign out front. Well, that sign right there in that second picture used to say tourist court. I'm not
Okay.
sure if
People
it still
saying in
does.
1960.
Okay. And the people that own this are not here? Okay, what's the staff's?
On this one, we started working this property as a dangerous structure in March of 2015. And has been issued several citations for various violations on the property. Over a year ago, Tony Stubblefield and Terry Simmons met with the owner and contractor about demolishing the structures. To date, nothing has been done about it. Being on a main thoroughfare in the city, it poses a significant eyesore to people coming into town. So my recommendation, and I've looked at it several times and I've been in and around the buildings several times, walking and from the public, not from private property. And there's no way you can bring these back up to standard. So the staff recommendation, Terry and Tony and I, we recommend full demolition of all structures.
Now, there's a house, the picture on the right, top right, that's kind of a little house looking
Well,
thing.
that was the office.
And that all goes away, everything's
The
demolition.
roof's about to fall in.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drive by that every day.
Just,
So your recommendation is demolish the entire property?
Yes.
In time frame for that?
Give it 90 days. I got to make contact. We've sent out several certified letters to the owner. Going forward from this meeting, I'm going to see if I can attempt to contact him by phone and let him know what the decision of the commission was. And I feel like 90 days would give me sufficient enough time to make contact with him and see what he's planning on doing. But I'm going to give him the recommendation.
we'll also, once you sign the order, it will be filed in accordance.
Yes, sir.
Okay. My comment to that is, and the commission needs to make this decision, but I don't know why we're giving 90 more days. You've been doing this for 11 years with this property. I don't know why another 30 days, get it done.
30 days?
I mean, I'm asking the commission.
Now, you're saying to start and finish?
We're gonna make another attempt, and we're gonna give this guy 30 days. You've got 30 days to do something. If we don't hear anything in 30 days, this thing's coming down.
Yes, sir.
And we'll own the property or whatever you do, take an injunction against it or whatever, and we do get that. Now, I'll entertain the motion for thoughts from the commission.
One more question.
Go ahead.
The other notices that you have sent, did you give them so many days?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've received annual notices. He's received citations.
Have they come back, or were they signed, or were they?
Some we've sent a certified and a non-certified. The non-certifieds never come back. Some of them certifieds have come back, but they've also signed for some certified. So it's not consistent.
And he has, obviously received some of those because he called us to meet him out there about demolition. So, I mean, he knows where we're going and what he needs to do with it. It's just that he's been dragging his feet with this property. He doesn't live here in town, and so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind.
So legally, we can go from 90 to 30 and get some action going?
Yes.
36 or 90, we can probably do any time frame we want.
Yes. Well, the order says 30 days, no more than 90 days, so you can set it.
All right. We're gonna give 30 days and a complete demolition of the building is what we're doing. We'll entertain a motion that 1504 West Main, we're giving 30 days and a complete demolition of this property. Entertain a motion as such.
Also move.
Shirley's made a motion.
Second. Oh, go ahead.
Richard made a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 3 is 406 North Ammerman. I don't believe anybody was here for this property. Okay?
It's kind of hard to see in this picture, but I'm sure if any of you have ever driven by this property, you can certainly understand. We started working this structure in 2023. It hasn't had an active utility account since 2015. And as you can see in the pictures, the structure is open to all elements, not to mention animals and humans. The current owner does have 2 active citations, and the city staff has reached out to the owner several times to mitigate the problem, but nothing has been resolved. This property is just a shell of a trailer house.
Manufactured home, it's.
And I mean, with this.
I went and looked at all these today. That's actually a beautiful piece of property. Somebody wants to build a house on top of that hill.
Yeah,
that's really pretty.
What's
recommendation? Full demolition.
We're recommending full demolition of the structure.
I'll go with my previous thoughts. 30 days full demolition. Commission, what are your thoughts?
Move it and tear it down in 30 days.
What, can I ask what would
Sure.
be the next step at the end of that 30 days if they haven't done anything? Does the city take it over then?
Then the city takes care of it.
We demolition and they have to, if
Pay
they ever
for
want to
that.
sell that property, they're gonna have some
Place a lien
obligation
against
to us.
Yeah, we'll place a lien against the property.
We place a lien against
Yeah,
the
put a
property.
lien against it and they have something.
So we would have a lien.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, all these, if we're involved in them.
On any of them.
Okay.
Mhm.
I so move.
You got 30 days.
Yes.
The motion is 30 days for complete demolition of the property at 406 North Ammerman. Any other discussion? Oh, we need a motion from Richard and a second from Michael J.
Yes.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Next property is 516 East Commerce. Somebody's here. You're here. I'm afraid you're out of options.
Okay,
The laws of the land at least are gonna keep it just so it's in a floodway.
we started working this actually in March of 26 when a question was raised by the fire mitigation team. The property's uninhabitable. It's in a floodway. The building is surrounded by the city of Eastland property anyway. And the recommendation from the staff is, like Tony just said, it would be too cost prohibitive to try to even bring this up to minimum standards, being that it's in the floodway. So the staff voted for a full demolition of the entire structure.
Okay. You a demo?
Done.
How much time you want to give you to do that?
Well, he needs more time than 30 days.
60 days. 60 good? I'll give you 90. You want 90? I feel like I'm at an auction. If 90 days to do it, get it done. It's got to be done. Full demolition, 90 days.
And I'll meet with them as well as with the Moises. And I'll get the paperwork for y'all to fill out and we can get it signed by a notary.
Property at 516 East Commerce, we give them 90 days for a complete demolition. That's some entertaining motion.
I'll make that motion.
Shirley's made a motion.
I'll second.
Michael J's made a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. 6.
Make a comment?
Yeah.
You know, and if you'll translate, you know, we're here to help, you know, and we're wanting to help get these projects moved along. We're not trying to impose burdens that are not fair. Our mayor went from 30 to 90, you know, that's an offer to help. So financially, you can get your thing together and get it fixed. So, go ahead.
Demo.
Okay, good.
All right.
Just wanted you to feel good with this. Okay.
612 South Seaman. I don't believe anybody was here to represent 612 South Seaman. This is a garage that
Yes,
is a disaster.
and the picture doesn't show it very well. Of course, we have to take the picture from public property, not from private property. But if you'll see right behind the carport, you'll see a dilapidated building. This structure is a garage, and as
Can
you
you
can see,
zoom in on that?
what's that? I think. Can we zoom in? No, it's on the PowerPoint.
Oh, it's not no, it's not.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
As you can see in the picture, it's a garage. It's in the process of falling down. The only thing holding up the garage from going completely to the ground is the contents inside. The owner was sent notices in May and September of 25, and to date hasn't done anything to mitigate the problem.
When was the owner notified?
In May and September of 25.
Okay.
And he hasn't done anything to mitigate the problem. So the staff recommends total demolition of the structure.
Here's a better.
It's about to fall as it is.
Here's a picture on the It's right here. This is a nice car. It has a nice pickup car.
Okay, is that-
That structure behind it being held up by the
Yeah.
contents inside.
You demolished
You can
that,
see
but
it
what
now.
about this structure?
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay?
Yeah, the house is right over
Okay,
here.
so it's actually that.
Just that thing right there, and I don't think it's probably surely not attached to that, but that can come down.
Yeah, it's
any
not
problem.
attached.
How much time do you recommend to give them?
30 days.
30 days. Got 30 days, complete demolition of that building. All right.
I'll move that one.
Michael J. made third motion for
Okay. I'll
30
second.
days, complete demolition, and Richard is the second.
Yep.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right. 206 East Burkett. We had somebody here for 206 East Burkett.
Mr. Davis.
Yeah. Like you've got a plan on foot. You're moving.
On this building, the structure was damaged by fire in 24. The occupant was forced to move out. A dangerous structures case was opened in 2025. And I spoke with Mr. Davis last week, and he advised me that he was in the process of getting the permits, and the contractors were supposed to come and start doing the structure. We took 2 pictures of this, and it's really hard to see in this picture, but if you'll follow that roof line to the back, that was what we were concerned about. That part of the roof is starting to collapse because of the fire, but then because of the weather. On the front end, it has, you can see in both eaves, it has smoke damage from the fire. And Mr. Davis, in our conversations, we've talked about these 2 areas of interest or areas of concern, and he's advised us that his contractors are going to be getting on it.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, I'm got them going out there working on it. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm hoping within the next couple of months they'll be done with the roof. What's the vast majority of the part? Is it just a roof that I need to worry about right now?
Yeah, that's the safety of that building. Yeah, I think there's a couple of windows broken out, if I'm not mistaken.
In the laundry room, there's one window broken out. In the back bedroom, there's another window broken out, and then the sunscreen door broken out.
My comment to your question from where I'm sitting, and the staff can also answer this, or commissioner, but securing and repairing the building is what we're talking about, and that roof and stuff, to get that where it's not just continuing to dilapidate. seeing you doing work on the building and making progress is a huge step for anybody. Okay, getting people, that's what we want to see. Let's get this stuff done. So, is your recommendation that Terry brings structure to minimum standard?
Yes, sir. That's the staff.
And how many days you want to give him?
Mr. Davis, it's kind of up to you. Can you?
Our own laws, we can give you 90 days. That's 3 months.
Can you get the roof and the windows secured in 30 days?
And 30, I don't know if I can get it done in 30. I try my best.
Can you get it done in 60 days?
Can you get it done in 90 days? Let's just get there, right?
Yeah,
auctioneer.
Yeah. Where the roof goes, I'll get them on it.
You ever watch Name That Tune? We're going the wrong way. Name That Tune always got shorter and shorter. I'm fine with giving him 90 days. I want to get this done, and he's working to get it done. Michael J's already said we want to help you get it done.
Yes.
So we need to get there. So we'll give you 90 days. We'll get you going.
I'll give it to them. Get the roof and windows is the main thing.
Get it sound, get it structurally sound, and get it safe. And
put some wood over the window.
Well, where it's not an eyesore for your neighbors, it's not a problem for anybody around you. We're all happy.
Okay.
We're happy. So we're going for 90 days.
Yeah, I'll go with 90 days.
Are you happy with that? We like people to be happy.
And Mr. Davis, I do have, for everybody that's here, speaking about a property, I do have the forms in my office, and as soon as we get through with this, we can go back there, we can get them all signed, I can get them to Lindsay, and she can get them notarized.
Okay, what we've got before us on the order of debate is 90 days to get the building secure and repaired. Entertain a motion to such at the property 206 East Burkett.
Make the motion.
Make a motion from Michael J. to approve the property for 90 days, secure and repair, 206 East Burkett. A motion from Michael J. A second from Richard. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 7 is 203 South Conley. What is this one doing?
This was what they were talking to you about just a minute ago. They're here representing that property. This structure was damaged by fire in 2018. The current owner, which is them, purchased this property in 22. We've been working a dangerous structure case since 23 with the current owner. Contractors began working on the structure in 25, but stopped abruptly because they ran out of money. I've had conversations with Chief Pitts. He wants us to kind of suspend this just a little bit pending further investigation to make sure that structure is secure.
So we're taking no action on this one.
Not right now at this time.
No action on this one. You guys got some breathing room.
Yes,
You'll find the rest of your money, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You'll find a guy that took the first half.
Okay. I'm just glad that's clear because it wasn't that we ran out. It was misspent on the wrong person.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all being here.
Thank you so much.
We will, no action on the property at 206 East, or South Conley, 203 South Conley. We need to can I just do that, or we need to make a motion in a second to do that? Take no action.
I thought I make a motion since it's before.
We'll take a motion, take no action. Let's have a motion in a second.
I move we have no action.
No action on property 203 South Conley. Got a motion from Richard, second from Michael J. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, 507 South Conley. No one was here for that one.
On this building, again, it's kind of hard to see with the photos that we took. You can kind of see on that window, on that picture, the window on the right-hand side is broken out. We started to work in a dangerous structure case on this one in 2024 because the structure was unable to be secured. The current owner moved out in 21 and passed away in 25. While taking the current photographs for the PowerPoint, it was noted that several cats were walking in and out of the front door, so the front door is not secured as well. And it still has several broken windows And we can't zoom in anymore, but if you could, I've got it on just the original picture on my computer, and you can zoom in and you can see the cats right there at the front door. But then again, on the left side, there's several broken windows that are broken out. So on this one, we have tried. We've sent certified letters to the heirs of David Overstreet, and most of the time we get those back. Again, like Terry said, we don't get back the non-certified letters, but we do get back the certified letters. So
have they been paying taxes
do
on
what?
it? Have taxes been paid on it?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your recommendation?
If we scroll back out. We're still saying repair and bring structure up to minimum standards. However, before that can be done, I feel like the building needs to be secured somehow.
Well, I wrote down secure and repair the building.
Yes, sir.
How do we, demolition, I can understand, bulldozer take care of that. How do we, if we have to do this, secure and repair that building? Are we gonna pay a contractor to come in and do that?
And we put a lien against it.
And that's the lien against the property? Okay.
So
How many days?
30 days.
30 days.
And they've been contacted.
Well, the letters, the certified letters come back because they're going to that address, and there's no one there.
So we don't have any forwarding address.
Nobody to contact.
No.
Probably cables.
And notification was left on the structure, correct?
30 days?
No.
Not yet. I'll go put that on there tomorrow.
Entertain a motion, 30 days to secure and repair the building.
Make the motion.
Make a motion from Michael J.
Second.
Second from Richard to property at 507 South Conley for 30 days to secure and repair the building. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Property at 301 East Wilson. No one is here for that. 30 days demolition of the building.
You have a picture.
This has been a nightmare. This has
It
been longer. How long?
It's been, oh my gosh.
We started working a dangerous structure case on this one in August of 25.
Yeah, just the dangerous
August of
structure part.
25. That's been a whole lot longer than that, boy.
But just the dangerous structure part, not all of the other issues.
Not the
Okay.
junk vehicles, recreational vehicles, tall grass, unlawful dumping, everything. We've got cases going back to 20.
I understand.
And even before.
When we demolish the building, does that take the entire, clean everything up? Clean the property off?
Yes, sir.
My recommendation is 30 days to demolish the building. This has been a long time coming.
I'll make that motion.
I will say that several attempts have been made to contact.
We got it. We already got this in handle. 30 days to demolish the building.
All right.
Yeah, motion from Shirley.
Second.
Second from Michael J. to property 301 East Wilson. Got 30 days to demolish the building and clean that property off. Any other discussion?
Is that the one that was, a fire, it had a fire? No. There was a mobile home that was over.
Yeah, no, it's a different one, and that's a whole different story.
And we've got a motion and a second for 301 East Wilson. Entertain a vote. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Praise the Lord, glory, hallelujah. Okay.
Is this a good time that you know to get up and
Good time, what?
go? To go, you know,
Yes. Anybody, you guys go, Lindsay, you'll be our notary. And anybody that needs to go take care of paperwork with them, they'll take care of that right now and keep you from having to come back. If you're not sure, go with them and make sure.
Go with them, yeah.
If you're not sure. You guys got a free pass, you're good. You don't do anything, they don't need to do anything, do they, Tim? Well, you guys, you're okay.
I was hoping that
Unless you got questions, go right ahead. Thank you, Lindsay. All right, we're good, we're down to.
Sorry.
All right, back down to our regular part of this is the discussion and consideration of the Economic Development Board of Approval for a bid for construction of the King Road at 1310 East Main. We have a map here. Did we get a map for that?
Yeah, yes, sir. There's that
That-
behind
This is the
y'all,
property
sorry.
we've been talking about. Right above, this is just going halfway back, right above where it says block 1. That's phase 1, and that's where they're going to this road. And you have
Right here.
right below your pin, right there, that red line going across there, probably go above block 1, that line going across that right there.
Right
That's
there.
phase 1. Go across, all the way across. There's a road right there, above block, BL, come back, right in the middle of the page, block 1. See where it says block 1?
Yes.
Go to your left, no, right in the middle, big writing, right in the middle of the page.
I got it.
Block 1, retail edition.
Block 1,
The
right
area
here.
they're talking about is where the
Oh,
road is
this right
here,
here.
moving up to that one.
Right there,
Right
that's,
here is where it's gonna stop. Okay, that's first thing.
and special
So
note,
Main is down here,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
going from Main.
it's how many feet?
Roughly 750
Will
feet.
there'll be a
Where's that
drive
talk about?
right there in that,
It'll be
Yeah,
a
it
full
goes
drive.
that block,
It's 750 feet?
750 feet.
and it, but it stops back.
That's not very
That's
far.
because this is for phase 1 of this is looking at these lots down here before they expand up here. So the road that they're at the Terry and Ms. Petroff are talking about is this part of King Road that goes up through the first 5 lots. So lots 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ending here.
Where is Walmart?
Walmart's right here.
Right over there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where is that little service station?
It's right around
Right
here.
down here.
And then
So it'll be kinda,
it's the smoke shop and the other business that's right here.
but it's not gonna open up into else.
No, ma'am, right now it's going just up to here.
And the Ford place is on the left off the page.
This is Stanley, all right in here.
And the reason for that is because he plans to, have businesses coming in the back.
These are the first, this is the first area that they're talking to people about. This lot 1's confirmed, correct?
There's a letter of intent.
Letter of intent for lot 1. Lot 2 is confirmed.
Committed.
Almost got it out of it.
And then, these other 3 are ones that they're discussing, this one.
And the reason for 2 phases, one, it's a lot cheaper to build phase 1, but we also didn't want to build the whole thing at once and have all that vacant back there for 2 or 3 years, and people say, why'd you build a street to nowhere?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do phase 1, let that, and then we'll do phase 2 whenever the time is right.
Sounds good.
And you got the second page of what's in your packet there, if you go look at that, this is what's scary, we had our meet the candidate the other night, we all talked about fixing the streets and stuff. It's $800,000 to do 750 feet. Streets are an expensive project, and this
Is that
is,
for the infrastructure, like the water lines and stuff, or is that the
That's
street itself?
street and infrastructure.
Street and infrastructure.
Sewer and water.
For the
Yeah.
750 feet.
yeah, that's an expensive project.
Yes.
Streets are tough. And economic development is funding this part, this is their part of this thing to get it started, and they have to have approval from us to spend that kind of money. They had 2 bids, if you've read this already, they got 2 bids, and this is the best bid that they've got, and this is.
What was the bid for those?
Brandon.
It is over $1 million.
Oh, really?
Mainly because he was gonna have the subcontract part of it, and then once he had his subcontract, if he's on it, raise it.
So Brandon's was over $1 million.
Yes.
So
And Radon's done a lot of work in Eastland.
Any other question, you would entertain a motion?
I move we approve. That's been, all right, the motion. I make a motion to approve the bid from Radon Inc. received by the Eastland Economic Development Board for the construction of King Road at 1310 East Main Street.
I'll second that.
Got a motion from Richard, a second from Michael J. to approve the economic development expansion of the King Road, 1310 East Main, and the price is $839,459.
So in this motion, is that saying the city is gonna pay for that out of our
Economic
funds?
development, no,
Or
economic
economic
development,
development? Y'all are paying for it out of
their money.
your
Economic
funds?
development funds, yes.
Do you have those kind of funds available?
We do have.
You do?
Yeah, we do.
Good question. They cleared that
Or
up.
if you're gonna have to borrow it, then,
Savannah was getting nervous.
bad news coming.
yeah.
All right, we've got did we get a motion?
Yeah.
Who made the motion?
I did.
He did, I second.
Did you second? Okay. Motion, Richard, second from Michael Judge. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank y'all. Go, Nicholas, go.
Get after it.
Discuss consideration of item number 3, discuss consideration to approve resolution 2608 motor vehicle crime prevention authority resolution grant for the police department. This Chief Pitt.
Yes, this is the grant for the flock stuff that we have to redo it every year. This is a resolution. We've also added some more stuff on there. I brought in Lieutenant McDade. This is kind of his baby, so I'm gonna let him explain it.
Hi, sir. How you doing?
Hey, pretty good. I'm sure you guys all wonder where the cameras are. I do too. I talk to them pretty regularly. They're working on it. Text that's what we're waiting for. This is just a print off the application I'm filling out for this year's grant. We're asking for the same thing for the cameras. That was $56,000 total, but the match from us was $9,333. That's what we approved last year. And then we're also adding in a patrol vehicle, a Dodge Durango. We're going to ask for that. We're not approved anything until we go to the July conference and they vote on it there with the board for the MVCPA. Our match for the vehicle would be $13,631, so that's what we added. Total, what we'd be asking for is $114,000, but that's what MVC pays 80%, we pay 20%. But
So our total is $22,964.
just for the vehicle and the cameras.
Okay. I'm assuming we've got that in the police budget.
Yes, and it won't be until next year's budget.
It'll be next year.
Next year's budget?
Next year.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, what's this? I'm sorry, go
Is
ahead.
that when we'll be paying for it, or?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the camera program that we've been talking about getting?
It is, we've been on them pretty hard. The holdup on the cameras right now is TxDOT, not them. They're trying to get the permits, get everything put up. We added in the vehicle. It was a no-brainer for us. I mean, it's gonna cost the city $13,000 for a brand new vehicle if we get that grant, so. It's gonna happen. It just, TxDOT's dragging their feet on the camera. So they've got a lot. It's going into a lot of different places, so getting those permits out's been kind of an issue.
Well, I don't try to remember this stuff. Why are we putting more money? I thought we'd already paid for the camera reading program. Are we
It's
adding
yearly,
to that?
this is yearly. It's every year we gotta pay.
I've got to pay it every year,
Yes.
even though we don't have them yet.
Well, we haven't paid anything yet.
Oh, well, okay.
We haven't paid $1 yet.
Well, I was verifying.
That grant's still approved for the last one, so that one's already paid for through them, but we'd have to come up with $9,333 for
Okay.
last year's, but it doesn't start until the cameras are installed, and they keep asking if we'll let them put one or two in at a time. I'm like, no, we want all of them at the same time, because once we put one in, they start our free trial or
So
grace
that
period.
amount should already be in this year's budget, right? The 9,000?
I believe
Yes,
so.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It would be the 13 that would go in next year.
Yes, but since the cameras haven't been installed, we haven't paid the $9,000. So at the time that they're installed, then we pay both.
So we need to go take $9,300 out of the police budget because we're not using it. Okay.
That's Tony snuck that by.
Anything else? Any other questions for Dave? That's it.
I make a motion for approval. I'll make a motion to approve the resolution 2026-08, applying for the motor vehicle prevention authority grant for the Eastland Police Department.
I'll second that.
The motion from Richard, second from Shirley, to approve resolution 2026-08 for the police department, and that grant amount will be, the cash amount will be $22,964. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Discuss and approve resolution 2026-09, resolution design phase of the apron expansion at the airport. And you have in your packet, if you've looked at that, we did this last year, or took a shot at this last year, and it didn't get done. Is that the deal? So now we're doing it this year?
Last year's resolution was the design, or it had construction phase and not design. TxDOT, the aviation side of it, says we need design and construction in one resolution combined. So this resolution, 2025-16, which was last year, they're needing 2026-09 for the full $945,000. The city's match is the $94,005. So the construction side was already approved, but they need them combined with design and construction. And this is for the apron expansion at the airport.
So it went up $150,000.
Yes. The full total project cost.
For the same work?
Yes, it's the same project. Yes, ma'am.
Kind of like a water line.
Gosh, don't breathe. It might
Move, yeah.
Wow.
Move fast. Don't put it off. All right. We'll entertain a motion to approve this 10% match to expand the airport apron.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2026-09, which includes the funds for the design phase of the apron expansion at the airport.
No second.
Motion Richard and second Michael J. to approve resolution 2026-09 and the 10% match for the city is $94,500. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Just discussion consideration to adjust the average billing utility accounts. We have some special interest on this. The first thing I will say about it is Commissioner Rosander will have to abstain from any voting on this. He's welcome to discuss it more as a person involved than a guy that he was in. Sticker shock, but he's the one that found it. You're on it, but he found it. He gets all the credit. But if we do forgive any money, you can vote because you're not being given any money. Okay, he's getting money back depending on what we do, and that's why he needs to abstain. Okay, because he can't vote to give himself a paycheck. So that here it is, and I don't know how much we want to say. A letter went out, and I'll take some of the blame for that because when I first found out about this, and we had a $47,000 hit because the city didn't do their job, to say the least. I went pretty crazy, not in a bad way. I'm just going, are you kidding me? The deal that I've learned, Pam, you get to pay all your bill. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying. You can back. I didn't want you to fall asleep or anything.
No, I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep.
Pam and I have been friends for 40 years. We lived here, and one thing I've always appreciated about Pam, you don't have to worry about what she's thinking.
No, she'll tell you.
Okay, but the deal. And we have several things. We have a little worksheet here that was prepared. I kind of prepared the first of it, and Savannah made it even better for us to understand a little bit what happened. And I guess the gist of what needs to happen from the commission is there's $47,000 out there that, and it's on your first column, the bottom of that first column. And the first thought is to forgive half and let the people pay it off over 48 months, that other part. And that's that other column that you see payments in the 48 months and what all that would do. Since that time and talking to some people, Savannah's had several phone calls. I've had a phone call. Savannah's feeling pretty much once our blood pressure went back down and we took a deep breath, is we forgive the whole thing. Shut up, Pam. Nobody asked me. The city is talking to one of these members that's on this list, and the names are not on here, by the way, so if anybody's asking out in the audience, the names are not on here. I did talk to one of them, and what they said, if I knew my water bill was a problem, I would have fixed something. I trust what the city does and what they do. They'll live with whatever agreement we make, but as a customer to the city, if there was a problem with the water bill, the city should have said something. You agree, Pam?
I agree.
Is that a motion? No. and that's where we are. The commission needs to make a decision. Do we forgive the whole thing? Do we forgive part? Do we forgive nothing? How do we go? What you have in front of you is what their old average is and what people were paying for the last whatever many years this disaster has happened. Recalculated, because we will recalculate this in the morning, one way or the other, to get the new numbers. And there's the difference out there in that right column. You notice 3 people, their price is actually going down because they have money built up, so they're getting a little money to help. Okay, that's why they're going to go down. Or more than that, maybe go down. But some of them are not even going to be paying a minimum water bill because they've got $250 sitting there that we owe them for however they're built up over time. That's what all this is. I'll quit talking, y'all answer, but that's the decisions we have to make. Shirley is not getting anything back. I don't know which one of those is her, but I know Shirley's.
Nobody gets anything back. Nobody gets
well,
anything back.
you got credit to their water bill, if you will, and it's not even called a credit because it's to us, it's a credit. It's backwards, it's a debit to the water bill. But Shirley's got a positive amount of money. Hers is going to be, she's not getting, we actually owe her money, so she's good.
$1, I think.
$1?
Something like that, yeah.
We'll get that tonight.
Besides the adjustment part of it, I would like to talk about the actual billing and about the program itself. You said it was going to be discontinued immediately?
No.
And I don't.
That's not going to be discontinued. I'm sorry. We think the program. She thinks, and I agree with her, and I've because they can manage it. My first knee-jerk reaction was, we can't manage this deal. We got to get rid of it. And that's why when I said that, she sent out the letter going, we can't. Well, as she starts learning what's the program called? Encode. She starts learning Encode. She pushed the button and it reprograms. Woo. Simple, very simple program.
Once a year. I want to just mention something though. This goes way back because when Bill Dolan was here,
2009.
I was going to bring my bill and I forgot to.
From 2009?
No, but when he was here, he thought on the bill itself it says actual bill, and then it says, I don't remember the next line what it says, but if they use more than what they're being billed for, it shows as a credit. Well, we understand what the credit is for the city, but a customer looking at that, it says minus. All that time he thought, oh, I'm good, I've got that much more I can spend. And so as it turned out, he had $350 that he had been billed for.
I agree 100%.
And I think the bill itself needs to be changed so that, and when a person asks to be on that program, I think it needs to be explained to them exactly what to look for on their bill. Because if you don't know that minus means, I'm using more than what I'm paying for, then you end up with that.
I don't know how, and I agree with you. I think that's very good. It shows a credit, and I agree. It looks like a credit to the water bill, and I agree that's confusing. I think the problem with 98% of the people involved in this, maybe not quite that high, is they're on automatic bill pay. They don't really look at their water bill.
That's what I did. Too, but I'll look at my bill to see.
And that's why you don't.
I did. I just turned the bottom.
I agree. I agree. It's different. We've had several conversations, and we've heard from several people, and I agree. And that does show a credit. I don't know because of that Encode system that we can actually fix that. What's going to happen in the future? Because we have discussed this and managing this. Lindsay will be the supervisor in charge of this, the lady that handles the water bill. We can get a monthly report that shows what everybody's got. So we'll get a monthly report, and they'll be looking at that. Somebody will be looking at that. Michelle, Lindsay will be looking at this, and if there's an issue, they'll bring to the city manager away, and we'll call the customer, call Pam, say, Pam, I don't know what's going on, but something, we got to refigure your bill. We got something, it's going up too fast, something's wrong. The fun thing everybody needs to realize right now, if you approve, I wish we'd make a motion to approve it and get it done, and then we can talk about it. But if we approve, whatever we approve, the next 4 or 5 months are going to be high water usage. So what's gonna happen is everybody, as we do this, you're gonna start getting what we'll call a credit right now, that you're gonna average bill over here, and you're gonna use more water than that average, but it'll go back down by the time November, December, January get here, it'll be back down pretty close to zero. When did this happen? I took my bill, I sent it to Savannah, I've got my water bill in the system since 2022 because the city made an error on my water bill. So I watch it every month. And I took my 2022 to 2026 and I did an average. And the first year it nearly went to zero. It was 8 cents, I believe. And the rest of the time it was down to $50. 12 months at a time is $50. Right now the plan is to do this every 12 months. So if we approve this and we move forward, then every April we'll push a button. May 1st you'll get a new water rate. Up or down, you'll get a new water rate. And that'll be readjusted. And we will watch it, so if there is an issue and we get concerned, we'll raise that flag pretty quick and you'll know. I would encourage everybody to watch your water bill because you need to know. If you're not looking at your water bill, I don't know how you really know that you're using too much water than what you want to pay.
Can that be put in red? If you can't change how it's put in there, can it be put, that line be put in red if they have a credit? I mean, if it's a minus?
I'll have to look at that. I think it's in parentheses if it's a negative. You know,
I don't know.
I think if you don't owe money, it's not. But I think if it's
Did you bring a water bill, Pam?
I forgot to bring.
It's in the car.
I'll have to. I don't know that answer.
We can
I'll have to
look
look.
Yeah, I mean, I think
We're going to be watching it at City Hall. That's the message. The city, we're going to monthly. If you call down here and you've got a concern, we're going to know at City Hall there's a problem or not. We're not going to let this get out of hand. We're going to have 2 people specifically assigned to do this, and she'll be one that can periodically check it. I won't say she'll be doing it every month, but we've got to keep an eye on this. This is $47,000 mistake made by the city, and the people really had no clue what was going on. As you said, they're thinking, hey, I've got a water bill. The fun part about this is this happened in 2029. In 2029, the 4 commissioners that were on the commission with me all took this plan. The city secretary, the city manager, Bill Dolan, all took this plan. Everybody but me. And the reason why I didn't, because my bank screwed up my escrow several years ago, and I learned a long time ago nobody cared as much about my money as I do. That's right. And I watch my stuff. I'm pretty anal about that, but that's fine. I wish I would have, because I probably would have found it a long time ago, because I'm going to go, hey, you're not getting my money.
But on the other hand, it's good to know, especially retired people, to know what to budget for every month.
I agree.
You know. So.
My water bill gets offset with my electric bill. I'm pretty average, and my Christmas lights, when the water bill goes down, my Christmas lights turn on. It's a pretty neat deal. So it all balances out. I pretty well have average billing on my total bill. That's enough about that. This is a great plan. I think the people that do it love it. They are going to get and nobody's really bad, sticker shock about how much money they're going to go up. There will be some that will take a little bit bigger hit than others, but they've got to decide by the 1st of May that they want to do it or not. And there'll be some instructions, something we'll do, that if you're on this plan and you decide to get off and you've got a $400 balance, you've got to pay that $400 balance at that time to clear this off, to get off this plan once you're on. I think once you're on there, everybody's going to love it and stay on it. I mean, I think it's the people that are on it, I think love being on it.
I thought it was going to be good at that.
But the city is responsible for this, and the city has failed. The commission needs to make a decision. Us 3 have to make this decision. But I say we forgive the whole thing, start over in the morning, and we'll send everybody a letter about what their new plan will look like.
I'd clap, but it looked dumb.
I'll make a motion that we forgive 100% of this that's owed.
And continue the plan.
And
Continue the plan.
continue the plan, yes.
Okay. And we will make it as clear, as simple as possible. Got a motion from Shirley that we forgive the entire amount of $47,209.87, and we continue the average billing plan going forward.
I'll second that.
Michael J. has made a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Same
I can't
sign.
vote.
Thank you very much. Sorry we did this. I'm glad we found it when we did.
Yes,
Because the city's been losing a lot of money.
I turned white-faced when I saw it. I didn't mean to sit back here.
Okay, the last thing, item number 6, is discuss the use of the city park. Michael J. asked us to be put on here as a discussion item, and we need to talk about that and see what the concerns are there. Thank y'all for being here if you decide to leave. Pam, good to see you, girl.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Pam. Thank you for being on our side.
It seems sometimes,
Yeah,
but I really appreciate this. Thank y'all.
I do too, man. You can't
Sorry for the
believe
confusion.
my wife has been almost.
Go get some blood pressure medicine.
No, I'm going to the nursing home now.
Okay. Thank you, Pam. Take care. Okay, Michael J., what you got?
I would like the commission to look at a situation we have at the park. What's happening is that we have got individuals that are going up to the park on, especially the weekends, and they're plugging in amplifiers and whatever else, and we've got a future rock star that goes up there and plugs in with a huge amplifier, and he's banging away. All the neighbors can feel it in their house. Last weekend, or weekend before last, we had a group that used the pavilion, and I'm not sure exactly what that was used for, but they had a full-size band up there. I counted 6 amplifiers, 3 or 4 singers. I mean, they had the bass, the drummer, everything. And it had to echo. It was faced toward the ballpark, and it had to echo over the hill, but I can tell you in 3 or 4 blocks of the park, inside our house, we could feel it, and I could hear the music. I could hear the words. And since I live in that area, I've had several people come to me going, what in the world? We need to regulate this because it's getting out of hand. And I would suggest that possibly we do permits for larger events.
Sure.
And yes, and within those permits, we have restrictions. Currently, we're giving away city electricity to people to just go up and use it as they will. And then they get mad if you ask them a question about it. So I think we need to have some structure as to who uses that, how they use it, and we have limits on noise, limits on maybe how many people. Basically, we as a city need to know who's up there and what they're doing. And I don't think we have that now. And it's apparent by what's happening in the community, where people are sitting in their back lawns on a Sunday afternoon and they're forced to hear and other stuff. We had another meeting that was conducted by an Indian group earlier this year. I don't even have a clue what that music was, but it was loud as well. But once they figured out we've got live plugs up there, they're plugging in and getting it. So
let me, you know, you and I talked about this the first time when the Indian group was up there. When this one came up the other day, you had called Savannah, and I happened to be leaving church from the elders meeting, and I drove by the park, saw you out there, and you saw me drive around the park, and I did not think it was excessive until I got around to the south side. Got a ball from that. On the south, it's loud on the south side. I feel sorry for the people who haven't listened to it that loud. My mama told me when I was a kid I'd be deaf listening to loud music, and now I can't hear. But I did not think it was excessive. And about the electricity, we provide electricity to ball fields and other things. We've got it at City Park for people to use. Hopefully they use it appropriately. But I don't know what the sound. I know the police officer, we sent a police officer up there to listen to it or to check it out, and did not feel it was excessive. And it happened to be, Doug was up there and he called Savannah about something at the swimming pool. He was up there checking the pool after the weather, and she asked him about it. He didn't think it was that bad. And overall, it's really weird how the speakers, I'm assuming, are faced to the south, And over the pool side and stuff, it wasn't that loud. I didn't think it was that loud down on Plummer Street. It was definitely loud on the south side and probably the west side to that point. But I don't know. We don't have any ordinances now, and I don't know if we've got a sound ordinance. I think if my question to the city manager were right, was that one we had a permit for, and the Indian group had a permit. Both of those had permits, to my knowledge. So I think we're trying. I don't know what the commission wants to do and how big of an issue it is. It might be something we monitor and see how big of an issue it is. I don't know. I don't know what the commission's plans are, what they think. We need to put something on the agenda we can actually vote for, see how big of an issue it is. But I think us providing electricity, we provide electricity for the ball field and everything else, and that doesn't bother me. That's part of what you pay tax dollars for and what you get to do, and that's what our city's for. We're fixing that park up. I know the Lions Club is making plans to build 2 more pavilions up there and have that part of it. So that's where that goes, and that's where that is. And I don't know what the commission's plans are.
I looked online at our ordinances to see if we had a sound ordinance, because a lot of cities do. And the only thing I found was that we have one for barking dogs. That's the only.
Barking dogs. Barking dogs.
Barking dogs is our only
They're hard to
sound
control.
ordinance.
How loud do they have to be, or just barking dogs in
It's
general?
the
A Chihuahua is the most irritating dog in the world.
But
Sorry if you have a Chihuahua.
I didn't read it thoroughly. I was just looking to see if we had in general a noise ordinance. And,
We don't, and that's the hard part. And Michael, they wanted something enforced at the time, and we really don't have anything in place that we can enforce. We may have to put something in place if that's what the commission desires to do, but we don't have that in place. And
Well, I think we need to investigate that. I disagree with you about the noise. When I sit in my front room and I live in the house on the corner and up the hill is the park, and I can hear the music, come on, it's too loud. I don't have to endure that. That's unacceptable. And that's not only me, that's 5 or 6 other people that live in that horseshoe area up there. And they all are saying we need some type of enforcement. So if it comes to that, we can do that. We can bring the people forward and get their opinion. But you're driving around there and saying it wasn't loud down on my corner?
Definition of loud, I don't know. It was not uncomfortable at all and did not bother me at all down on that side, down on Plummer. Even anywhere besides the west and south side and the west side, I'll even say down on Plummer, you could hear it as I was driving away, going home down on the west side, you could hear it louder. I don't know that it's excessive. That's really the question. What is the definition of excessive? And that's the question.
I'm sure if you would have had that noise, and this has not only happened once. I've talked to Savannah about this 3 different times, and nothing's been done.
Well, we don't have anything in place to do anything yet. That's what we're talking about doing, is we need something in place, and what does it look like?
Well, one of the discussions was, why are we leaving the electricity on? So these people, like the individual that thinks he's a rock star, he can go up there and plug in at any time. Well, why are we doing that?
We provide electricity to our parks. I don't think that's a problem. We do that at the ball field. We provide electricity at the ball field.
But the ballpark is fine. That's down below the cliff. We're talking up here where there are houses around the park.
I understand. We provide electricity. If we don't do something about that, that's a commission decision. And I don't know that that's a problem. And people up there, somebody needs to charge their cell phone up. I'd like to give them be able to do that too. I mean, it doesn't have to be rock music. People use it for other things. You plug in an electric cooker to cook up there. I don't know what all they do with electricity. But we provide electricity. Have electricity. We're not going to go broke over that. If they're using it in an improper way, if we determine that the loud music is a problem, then we can fix that. But we fix that with an ordinance for the loud music, not because of electricity sitting there being available for whatever somebody might use it for. I don't know what all people use it for. But if we're trying to make our park a place we want people to go, it needs to be a friendly place to go to.
I agree with that, but we're offering the conduit for the loud amplifiers. I do not agree in any circumstances that there's 6 or 7 amplifiers hooked up where we have a concert sitting up there on top of the hill, and we're supplying the electricity.
So,
Is there a charge for that permit?
so both times, the first group that had their Holy Easter spring celebration, I don't think it's Easter, it's a spring celebration, that was a community event. They filled out the permit, it was a community event, they had area churches come in, and that's the first one. The second one was weekend before last, was the same thing. It was a local Baptist church in town. They had a community event and they filled it out. We have not charged a fee to any religious organization. The city 2019, 2020 created that special event permit, and that's what's been filled out. Nobody fills out for like birthday parties or bounce houses or anything like that. And so that permit just says, what is it? Is it a community event? And then check, and that's what that permit is.
Do we have any general park rules?
There are park rules listed on there, but that's
listed on the permit.
But that's it. It's very vague. There's not anything on the books, nor has there ever been anything on the books. I think that park is being utilized after we've made the improvements we have. I don't think there's ever been
It's been pretty busy.
that much going on up there, so I think this is a new problem, if we call it a problem, but that's where we're at.
One thing I would caution the commissioners about, and you can pass whatever ordinance you want, but they didn't violate any state laws. And if you pass an ordinance, we have things that we look at, court cases, things like that. If it is an established place like a city park for people to go and enjoy and have things like this happen at, that's where we're going to have problems when we go start trying to enforce this. The city park was built for people to enjoy. The citizens paid for that area to enjoy. So I would caution you in the fact that if you start to pass an ordinance, be careful about passing it in an area that is designed for that. It is designed for birthday parties and for people to gather and for the community to come together. And we've done things over the years up there. I mean, nothing's louder than the firecrackers we used to do up there, the fireworks show. I mean, so I understand Mr. Hackney and being frustrated about it. I absolutely understand that about the loud music. But on the other hand, you also got to weigh out the fact that this is our city park and that's what it's designed for. And that's what it's there for. And if you move close to a city park, you're going to hear it. If you move close to a rodeo arena, you're going to hear it. If you move close to a racetrack, you're going to hear it. And that's just part of it. So I live close to the interstate. Can't stand it. I've worked on it my whole life and I can hear it. It's my fault I moved right there. So I'm not trying to sway y'all either way. I'm just saying if you do start looking at this, please look at the legal aspects of it, because when we start trying to enforce it, we may run into issues with it.
Thank you.
And for the record, I'm not saying anything about what the park is being used for. It's for entertainment. We just spent a lot of money that this commission approved to help the Lions Club. And it has brought more children up there. They're not the problem. And the people wanting to use the park for meetings, it's not the problem. It's the problem of the excessive noise. That park was not designed for that. And that's not part of having a city park for the people when people get out of hand with the noise. I disagree completely. And you have tax-paying people that live around this park that have an opinion. And I'm afraid it's not the same one you have. They've all come to me because I live there, yes. So I do have an opinion about the noise. The rest of it is fine. That's what the park is made for. That's not, nobody is questioning that. What they're questioning is the excessive noise. Period.
Anything else? Okay. City manager's briefing.
Mayor and Commission, construction crews completed the work on Walnut and Valley Street as well as Patterson and Lamar. The construction crew plans to start working on the punch list to complete the construction portion of this project. In that punch list, it will address the asphalt streets that meet the new concrete roads. Engineering estimates a few more weeks until completion pending weather. Buyout, the required paperwork has been submitted to GLO, and there are 6 properties that will be taken down through the buyout program. We're currently waiting for GLO to approve eligibility to move forward. Texas Water Development Board flood infrastructure. The construction on the pump line is progressing and will continue down Valley Street to Daugherty and connect at the intersection of Daugherty and West Plummer. Currently, the project is estimated to be 60% complete. Spoke with TxDOT last Thursday. Thursday or Friday. They're still working on the Ranger project and the Breckenridge project. They're not finished, so they're not going to start in Eastland until both of those projects are complete, and they can ensure that Eastland, when they get started, will be finished in a timely manner. The spring cleanup, last week we held this from April 13th to the 18th. We received a grant from West Central Texas Council of Government. We had 133 people utilize the convenience center, and over 300 tires were brought in.
Wow.
Yes. The columns for the slide have been replaced at the swimming pool. The contractors completed that project after several weather delays. May 30th is our opening day from 12 to 5 following the 5K race. That is going to be a busy day at the park. I think the Lions Club has some stuff going on that day as well, with their Centennial Park Fair. The 100th year of the park, correct, Jeff? Okay.
What, the buyout program, when we got into that, there was a timeline that had to be over with.
So the call that I had Friday with the buyout program in Langford was GLO is stating that we are to be complete by August. We now have the president of Langford involved because GLO has dragged their feet the entire time. We're still in the eligibility phase. They've not approved the eligibility. So Judy is talking with the head of GLO to see why they're dragging their feet, what the issue is. I don't have any more information until I hear back from Judy.
Have they already extended this once?
Yes, they did last year.
Okay, because it was
that was supposed to be
2024.
We've already marked the properties, right?
Yes, we have tax documents from the individual owners of those properties. It's 2, but 6 properties. They've had the application, they've not approved the applications, and now they're telling us that we're not going to be done in time by August, and the ball's in their court. So Judy Langford is pushing that with Langford.
What was the original time?
I would have to go back.
I think it was December of 24, do I remember?
Be somewhere in there, yeah.
Maybe, but I thought it was after
so
that.
They've had to extend it to August of this year.
And now they're telling us they're not going to extend it anymore, even though it's their
fault.
Their fault.
Probably come down here and get all that.
That's what I
If
said.
we need to do something different, let us know. Anything else? Any questions for the city manager?
No, thank you.
Code enforcement.
All right. I'm a rookie at this, so bear with me. I'm going to rework this. I'm going to get with y'all and see exactly what it is that you want to know about. Brent will be here to answer any specific questions you have on the houses and stuff like that. It looks like the guys were working 35 cases. They opened 25 new cases. 17 cases were closed. 3 junk vehicles. 22 dangerous buildings were looked at. And it looks like they sent out annual notices 25. The rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. Is anything else in there y'all are really, really interested or something I should hit?
I don't think so, because there was no citations issued.
No citations issued. No citations issued.
That was last month.
Okay. That's last month. Work on that.
that.
No citations issued. Anyway, I'm going to work with the city manager and I'll try to shrink this down so we're not just throwing a bunch of stuff at you and put it on my report. And then we'll have Brent here for any detailed stuff that you want to look at. Is there anything else you want me to cover?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
The fines assessed were $6,800, and then dismissed $2,600. Is there anything that shows the ones that were paid? None?
I will effort that. I know that I have spoke to the municipal judge and We will no longer be dismissing tickets unless it's state required. Now, there's some of the code things, the tickets have to be dismissed. But if we write you a ticket for high grass, you're going to pay. We're not dismissing tickets anymore.
Sure.
So I will have to effort with the judge to see if I can.
Underneath fines, it says fines paid. It's just not totaling up over there.
Let me see, where did it say fines paid?
It's in the dark right here. It's in the dark.
Oh, I can't see.
Yeah, that's probably because it's so dark.
Yes.
Wow.
But it totals $3,145.
Okay. Well, I didn't even see that.
And some of those are, you're required to because of the code. But on other stuff, my opinion on it is my officers are going to issue warnings before they write you a ticket. So if it gets down to the city having to write you a ticket, you can pay the fine. And that'll keep you from doing it again.
And then in there you also still have the summary of all the cases that were created and closed, this will continue to be provided.
Okay. As long as my house doesn't appear on there.
Did I understand you to say that there's a new code that when a ticket is written, it will not be dismissed? Is that what you just said?
No, there's not a new code. I've spoke to the municipal judge about if we issue citations, we're not just dismissing tickets, just like we do on the traffic side of it.
The judge is not.
At times in the past, there may have been some tickets dismissed that I don't think should have been dismissed.
Yeah.
So now, if we write you a ticket for, say, high grass, that's after Brent has given you 1 or 2 written warnings to get your grass up. We're not going to write that ticket and then you mow your grass and come up and talk to the judge and say, I want my ticket dismissed. No, you're going to pay your ticket so that your grass doesn't get high again. I think there's been a recurring theme of I can violate the law and then the judge will dismiss it, and then I can violate the law again when I get in trouble again and the judge will dismiss it. We're going to try to do away with that.
So the judge cannot dismiss tickets?
Well, I can't tell the judge what they can and can't do. I tell them my opinion is that we don't do that. The judge will make that final decision. But
that's where I was going.
Yes, but it would be, I would be very much against that. So
yeah.
Okay.
But I've spoke to the judge and she's on board with all of this also.
Yeah, the judge is the one that's from, I don't remember her name.
Tammy.
I know you're new to this part of the world. I'm just curious, when we talk about dangerous buildings 22 and annual notices 25, when I go look at this list, 3 pages of cases created in date range, yada, 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 that doesn't match anything to what's on those numbers. So how do we correlate? If I see dangerous buildings 22, I should be able to go over here and see that those 22 dangerous buildings are listed right here. Annual notices may be part of those dangerous buildings.
Right.
Okay?
There would
But when I see 22 dangerous buildings, what does that mean? I want to know, how can we mark, as we go forward, what a dangerous building, where are the dangerous buildings? Because we just went through 9 that probably are part of that 22. Right. And I might be curious someday to go, well, this thing's been on here for a long time. What is this building? Why are we not doing it? I don't know. Can we somehow flag?
Like, is this what you're talking about where it says it? I'm trying to understand.
Nobody likes the smart of it.
No, I'm not. I'm not being smart. I'm just asking, is that what you want?
Yeah, there it is. Why didn't you show me that? Does that count 22 when I count it?
I haven't counted it yet, but I'm asking.
I hope so. Stay right there.
Are you talking about this right here?
Right, yeah, it says dangerous building right there. 1, 2, that's why she's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20.
Those 22, that what we've opened
Yes.
just in March?
Yes.
That's good. Y'all are good.
That's
just
all
March.
There's 22 on there.
Hallelujah.
See, I told you we had that.
You're good. Way to go, Chief.
You know, I just do what I can.
Now, can you start this report to put those 22 together?
I can,
You
but
can absolutely do anything this commission wants. It may just take it a little time.
Do what?
Said I can, but it won't be by address. It won't
Yes,
be
it will.
in order from 100.
Put it in order by dangerous building and put the addresses in order in the dangerous. Start the dangerous building first and then put the addresses
Okay.
second.
Okay.
You want
Yeah,
it by
you
street
can't do
name or
that
you want it by
by-
numerical?
Do what?
You want it by numerical or you want it by street name?
Well, numerical.
Yes, sir.
You'll put them together. You're not good enough to get them by street name. I know you're limited to your
I
ability.
might surprise you.
No, but I would like to see the dangerous building. That's great that that's on there.
Yes, sir.
Sort it where it's dangerous buildings together. And what you may do when you do that, you're going to see depositing, dumping, and burning is going to be locked together in one deal. We're going to see those. What are our problem areas, and that's going to show up. We can get the same people dumping and stuff. They're just going to show up together. They're going to be under the same address, so that doesn't bother me. Dangerous buildings are going to be dangerous buildings together.
Okay.
It's going to put them by the problem area and then the address. Is that fair? Can we try that? See what it looks like? I do.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Very good, catch that. I'm glad you're on here. All right, good. Solve that problem. All right. Any other questions for the chief about code enforcement? Police department. Now the police department, sir.
All right, this is okay.
Make this
I'm
easy.
more comfortable here. All right. In March, we answered 263 calls for service. 16 people were arrested. We generated 54 reports, 66 agency assists, 1,226 business checks. We worked 7 traffic crashes, 6 domestic disturbances, 17 cases were filed with the district attorney's office, 1 juvenile, and we did 10 open records. On the traffic side of things, they wrote 106 citations, 271 warnings for 377 traffic contacts. On the animal control side of things, they answered 163 calls for service. 2 citations were issued, 3 warnings, 21 animals were impounded, 2 were adopted out, and 2 were quarantined. We had 10 felony warrants were served, 4 narcotics arrests, and 2 DWIs. We did make a mail theft identity case. Lieutenant McDade's here. They put that together really good. These people were going all over stealing mail out of mailboxes, and they put it together. And we also ended up getting a pretty good narcotics case out of that case. Both dogs are working outstanding. We also seized some weapons during that case, and we had 2 vehicle pursuits.
So the mail case turned up a drug problem?
Well, crooks are crooks, and they're going around stealing mail and doing identity theft, and then the lieutenant and the guys worked up a drug case on them as well. So
good job.
We ended up getting a drug case on them.
Good.
All right.
No wonder we can't get her now.
That's scary.
Any other questions for Chief Pitts about the police department?
You leave him alone.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Chief Brightman. Chief, how you doing?
Good evening, Mayor and Commission. For the fire department in the month of March, we had a total of 78 calls, 4 of which were building fires. We had 5 total trash, rubbish, or grass fires, 34 medical assist calls, 11 EMS calls, 5 motor vehicle accidents with injuries, 4 with no injuries, 3 hazardous conditions, 1 lockout, 2 public service. I had 3 false alarms. And then just as some notes, we held our annual fire department chili cook-off. It was, I think, a bad weekend for that event, but wasn't very well attended.
Have there any
Entries?
Yeah.
We had 1.
What? You had 1?
1.
It's a bad weekend.
It was a bad weekend.
That is a bad weekend.
Well, it had a conflict.
It did. It was a conflict. It was spring break and.
There's like 13
Oh, yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah, right there.
I'll make sure it's noted in there.
It'll always mess up stuff.
And then we participated in a career fair at the high school and a couple of other events, some like Little League kickoff event. And then we participated with our cohorts in a joint training exercise at the high school.
What's the career day at the high school, career event at the high school? How did that, for y'all, did y'all I mean, you trying to, recruit future firemen? Is that your plan? Is that what that's about?
Yes, sir. It's just kind of getting out there on the front side and trying to educate some of the youth about the fire service and how to get into the fire service and just gain their interest.
How'd that go?
I think overall it was very well received, and every year they do the volunteers, they give a scholarship out. So we'll award one of the seniors a scholarship.
I would also like to know.
Y'all are part of that too, I guess? Is that just the fire department, or y'all part of that too?
We send the guys that can't make the police academy to go talk to them about.
Don't take it.
I'm sorry, Sean.
In the back, you have all seniors.
We do have.
Part of Mississippi's
Trying to get credit. We need to sign something to prove you were here. That's right. That's right. I'm glad y'all are here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for staying with us.
Well,
thank you.
Anytime.
If y'all want to be a police chief, we're looking for a good one.
He's getting too old.
Thank you. Any questions for Chief Bratton?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank all of you.
I guess I move we adjourn.
Motion from Richard to adjourn.
Second.
Second from Michael J. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.